In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can strengthen your foot and fix issues like bunions and plantar fasciitis with one simple product.
Get up and get down, get up and get.
Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by the YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite new products called Correct Toes. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm actually going to be giving away 4 pairs of these. So I'm going to show you how you can enter into that contest. Now, a number of foot issues we develop as strength athletes all stems from the footwear that we're using. Let me explain. I'm going to put on a pair of Nike weightlifting shoes. These are a very common shoe that a lot of people will wear. Now, if we scroll into the foot, look at the position of my toes. They are jammed all together and pinched in very, very tightly. So even a weightlifting shoe that a lot of people will claim, oh, it's a wide toe box, actually not really the case. Most weightlifting shoes pinch your toes together just like this. Now, even with training or regular shoes, you're gonna see this very narrow toe box. Now, instead of cutting open your shoe, here's a test that you can do that shows you just how narrow they are. Take your liner out, the insole out of your shoe, and stand on it. And in order to get your foot inside the shoe, you see what has to happen. You have to pinch your toes together like this. Now, why is this so problematic? Well, let's come over here to Tommy the skeleton. Now, when you were born as a baby, you had naturally a very wide toe box. If you ever look at a baby's foot, the toes are the widest part of the foot. But what happens is that as we age and we wear these very narrow-toed shoes, something has to happen to accommodate for that, and that's the big toe being smashed in towards the midline of the foot. Now, there's a muscle on the inside part of your foot called your abductor hallucis, and its job is to pull the big toe into this ideal aligned position where the toes are the widest part of your foot. But when you wear a very narrow-toed shoe, it smashes it in like this and takes that muscle and pulls it into the body. Now, this does 2 things. First and foremost, you create this edge right here, this very prominent bony section called a bunion over time. And it also creates this issue where you are having blood supply that runs into the foot cut off a little bit, which is why we now develop issues like plantar fasciitis. A lot of times we would used to think that plantar fasciitis is an inflammation of the plantar fascia, which is a thick band of tissue on the bottom. Well, actually, recent research is showing us more that it is a situation where some tissue on the bottom of the foot is actually dying off due to a restriction in blood supply. And one of the main reasons is the function of the foot in that big toe is being smashed over and the abductor hallucis muscle is being smashed into the inside part of the foot. So one of the main things that we want to do in fixing these problems, in strengthening the foot, is realigning the foot into its natural shape. And in doing so, we're going to create that natural foot that we want to see. Now, the Correct Toes are a very simple product solution that was invented by Dr. Ray McClanahan. And basically, it fits right over the toes and pulls your foot into the natural position we want to see. So it's an orthotic, but a little bit different than the ones that most doctors will recommend. Now, I love this product because it's not a basic toe spreader that's just there to get your toes out into a wide position. It's meant to be moved in. All you have to do is put them on and then start walking in them. Now, at first you may want to do like 20 to 30 minutes, but eventually you can start moving in them longer and longer and actually squatting in them and doing your workouts in them with a wide toe box shoe or just barefoot. I actually squat in these shoes every single day of the week, as you can see with some of these videos. So I love this, this device because it allows you to strengthen your foot naturally. And that's really what we're trying to go for with everything that we're doing here at SquatUniversity. Now, you obviously cannot use this product within a very narrow toe box shoe because it's going to jam and pinch everything together. So you have to either go barefoot, you have to use a shoe that allows you to actually splay your toes out correctly, like the Barefoot Athletics Ursus shoe. Or if you're walking around throughout the day and you want to be casual at work, use a shoe like the Field Grounds shoe. And as you can see, look how wide this toe box is. That's going to allow you to naturally splay your toes out. So again, When we're talking about fixing issues like bunions, when we're talking about fixing issues like plantar fasciitis, or as we now know as plantar fasciosis, because it's more of an issue with the blood supply into the foot, it all comes down to realigning the foot with a very simple product called Correct Toes. And believe me guys, I wear these every single day. I 100% believe in their product and what they can do. If you just search online for Correct Toes transformation stories, you can see a lot of people that have been able to completely transform their foot back to its natural shape with the use of these. And as you can see down to my foot, before I started using these, everything's were basically just smashed together like this. You can see a little bit of a bunion on this side. And it's because I wear weightlifting shoes 5-6 days a week with my training. But since I've been able to wear these, I can actually spread my toes out much wider, and you can see this more realigned shape of what the foot is supposed to look like. So the Correct Toes are something that you can obviously use throughout your day, and it's going to allow you to find that natural adaptation and strengthen the foot in a much better way. So another reason that I really love using these, especially when it comes to lifting, is because it's going to strengthen your foot in a way that'll carry you over to better lifts. Remember, your foot sets the foundation for the rest of your body. And if your foot is wobbling over because it's very weak and unstable, you're gonna have issues in technique all the way up the rest of your body. Now, if you try this simple test, you're going to take your shoe liner out of whatever shoe that you use. Now, I used the Nike earlier, but I'm gonna grab right now. Here's a weightlifting shoe. Now, a lot of people that are watching this are gonna be weightlifters, CrossFitters. You may use a shoe like this. And what I want you to do is a simple shoe liner test. And you're gonna see how this actually affects your ability to keep a stable foot. So you're gonna take off the Correct Toes. You're gonna stand on your shoe. Now, again, watch how narrow my foot has to be in order to make it within this insole. So this is what my foot looks like within this shoe. Now, from right here, if I stand up, if I try to move my foot in and out, let's look at this from the side, you can see, because my toes are pinched in, how much motion my foot has capable to it, which is going to change my knee control, my hip control, basically everything up the chain is affected because my big toe is so jammed in. Now, if I were to spread my toes out, now this is the position, obviously you can see it's much further over the toe liner or the shoe liner. This would not work in this weightlifting shoe, but this is the position that the Correct Toes moves your foot into. Now, watch this. Let's look back out at the motion of my foot. I'm trying to pronate it right now. I'm trying to move my foot around, and it will not pronate excessively. And it's because when you move this big toe out to the side, it strengthens the stability of the foot, and almost like a pyramid having a wider base, it doesn't allow everything else up the chain to move around and wobble. So if you have someone that has an issue in knee cave, oftentimes it can be attributed to the type of shoe that they are using, and actually getting them out of their narrow toe box shoe using a shoe or an orthotic like the Correct Toes can allow them to get their foot into a better position and cut down on the amount of knee cave that they have. Now, obviously, as Olympic weightlifters or CrossFitters, if you're using an Olympic weightlifting shoe, we can't just stop using these. And unfortunately, there's not a wide toe box weightlifting shoe on the market yet. So the idea, therefore, is to use something like this with your squats, if you can, not use something like this, or throughout the rest of your day to undo what a narrow toe box weightlifting shoe does. Use your weightlifting shoe whenever you're doing your snatch and clean and jerk, and then as much as possible, try to use a wider toe box throughout the rest of your day in something like this to strengthen your foot up in a way that will help you as much as possible find as much optimal stability when you are in a less than optimal shoe. And then hopefully one day we'll have a wide toe box weightlifting shoe on the market. Until then, we just have to do the best that we can throughout the day. Now, if you guys would like to find Correct Toes, just go on correcttoes.com. I have them linked on my website as well. But let's do a giveaway. I talked to Correct Toes. We're going to give away 4 pairs of these today. All you have to do, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in the comments, what I want you to do is put either your email address or your IG, Instagram handle so I can reach out to the 4 winners and tell you that you've won and get your shipping information. So again, Correct Toes, I love them. This is a product I 100% endorse and I use every single day. If you guys have any questions about them, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, guys, happy squatting.
They say that energy flows where attention goes, so I pay no mind. Why waste my time with all these negative cats scratching? So caught up in their egos, these people have lost.